everyone. Good evening. The courses that will be taken is for both product managers and product designers because this is a foundational course. Like every course will be doing our foundational courses, and they are to help you pick a career path. That will help you know the one that is actually accurate and best for you. So we'll be doing a bit of product management, a bit of product design, and then after these 2 weeks foundational training, you are going to go into the boot camp training, and that's where you'll be divided into product design and product management. But this there are a lot of newbies here because when you were filling the forms while registering, we received like we can see a lot of things from the back end. So we know there are a lot of newbies here. There are so many people that don't even know what product design or product management is. And so this is like a foundational course to give you insight of what it means to be in either of these career paths. And that's why we're having this foundational course. So I hope we understand now. This is not for maybe just product managers or just product designers or there's a separate class. We know that we sent out separate timetable. That was an error, but that's for the boot camp. So after this foundational training, there's going to be a boot camp for splitted classes. So yeah, thank you, Shadia. Now you understand. Thank you. So is that fine with everyone? Like, are we clear now? Because I know a lot of people still have that they are still unclear about that. So we're sorry for not communicating properly. And it's time to invite our facilitator. Design Queen, let's put something in the chat box now. Let her know that she's welcome here. Please send in some emoji. Let me see the energy. Send in some emojis. Let her know that she's welcome here. Okay, Design Queen, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everyone. And everyone
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, House. It's really good to be here today. And yes, I've been following since Tuesday. Yes, Monday, Tuesday. I've been having amazing sessions. And so to be here today, I'm actually very glad. Okay. So I think I would like my session to be interactive. So if you are too shy to talk, drop it in the comment section. Or if you want to talk, kindly raise your hand. Are we together? That way, it makes sense. So if you want to say something, you have a question. I think there's a part you can try to explore, but there's a part where you have to raise your hand, and then I would say, "Oh yeah, speak," something like that. Okay. So I don't know if I still need to do some introduction. So I think I'll do introduction about myself. I'll do introduction into design. Let's put it that way. Before we now get to this user experience research. Okay, so my name is Abimbola Ayinde. I'm a UX designer. When you're talking about UI UX, is actually there are many arts that you wear depending on the face of the project, depending on the job title and the role. So I've worked as a UX researcher, as a UX designer, as a UI designer. So today's focus will be on UX research, and I would like to say that it doesn't apply to design alone. In many phases, in many aspects of should I say, in tech, you have to carry out research. So whether you're a data analyst, you're a project manager, you are a product designer, even I think graphic designers, they will carry out research, if you agree with me. So it cuts across. So research is very, very important. Yes. So let's move on. What do we have today? Am I audible? Before I proceed, am I audible enough? I want to know before I move on. Am I audible enough? Okay, that's good. So we'll be focusing on 4 things today, 4 topics: empathy mapping, user journey, affinity map, and the card sorting method. So, well, I know that we have newbies, we have Agba designers. Yes, we have people that are like, In fact, I don't know if I have to be scared right now. And then we have people that are just joining. we have, I mean, in every aspect. And that's the good thing with tech, in the sense that you would see someone that is similar to what you are currently experiencing. If you are looking for a newbie, you see. If you are looking for someone that is already, you see. So all this, everybody still needs to know one or two things. So, and I'm sure that you should enjoy this session, and at the end of this session, you should be able to take one or two things home. So okay, so this is a sketch of empathy map. It's just like, let's say, a summary of the overview of it. So from here you can see, I don't know if you can see my screen very well. So you can see that it said mapping the user's thoughts, needs, motivations, feelings, attitude, beliefs, and issues. So these are everything about empathy map. Do you understand? So it has to do with the needs of the user, their motivation, how they feel, even their attitudes, their beliefs, and issues that they are currently facing. So from on second line here, I don't know, you'll be able to see that it says great team exercise, visualize users' needs, good starting point, quick and cost efficient. So a summary of this is that when you conduct empathy map, it gives you insights into how the users feel, how they think, how what they say. Do you understand? So they think, they feel, they see, even what they hear and what they do. So it's important that you do not just think that I think this is what users will think now. Now, users in this case means what? Our customers, our clients, people, the potential people that are going to use your applications, people that will be on your website, people that will buy your products. Do you understand? So everything in this case are the users. Now, so when I say users, it means that all of us here, we are users. All of us here, we are users of Google Meet right now, because we are using Google Meet, right? So we are users. Good. So there are different templates. So what they are saying is that for this empathy map, you can actually even get templates online where you see the quadrants, because it's always into 4 quadrants. So, and then you can also do it yourself. Okay. So I'll still come back to this. So this, let's move on. So what is empathy map? I want to be sure everybody's following me. Can I get let's say an emoji, a favorite emoji of yours? Let me see. I'm still waiting. I'll wait till I proceed so that I can proceed. Any emoji? Let me see if you are with me. Oh, great. Okay. Okay, nice. So an empathy map is a simple, easy to digest visual that captures knowledge about a user's behavior and attitude. It is a useful tool to help teams better understand their users. So, like I always like to say, I'll say that empathy map helps you to get into the head of your user. I'm not talking about you getting into the heart of somebody or the heart of a boy or a girl, but at least we need their head right now, and we need to understand what they are thinking, what they feel, because users can be very funny. User can tell you, yes, I like to use so and so. And it might not be so. So it's not everything a user says that I should believe. Instead, watch what they do, how they feel. Do you understand? So creating an effective solution requires understanding of the true problem and the person who is experiencing it. The exercise of creating the map helps participants consider things from the user's perspective, along with his or her goal and challenges. So, well, I think that at the end of this session, I think that the slides will be shared, maybe through our mail or something, so that everybody can get it. So, let's move on. So, yes, and note that it's not only about me reading. I think I'll pause at some time. We'll talk about some things. I'll ask questions. We'll continue, and then we need to use let's say FigJam, because, for example, now this is an empathy map. You can use Figma, FigJam, to create some. So let's talk about benefits of creating empathy map. So better understanding of the user. So you, because you've created an empathy map, you get to understand the user better than the way when you have not created an empathy map. Do you understand? Distilled information in one visual reference. So it means that from the information you've gotten, you've been able to analyze them, and everything is in just one visual reference. That means you can see it at a glance. You can see it straight without reading long story, too much notes, and moving from slide to slide. So call out of key insights from research. So when you conduct empathy map, when you create your empathy map, you will be able to get the key insights from the research you have carried out. Because when we talk about empathy map, is a part of UX processes. When I say UX processes, which means is a fundamental part of what user experience. Now I'm beginning to think that before I even jump to empathy map today, maybe we need to do some refreshing, like refreshing our memory. Yeah, like starting with UX, what is user experience, moving to design thinking, and then we will say research. That is where we will now start empathy map. Abby, what do you think? Let me ask before I proceed. I think that's cool, right? Are we together? Oh, nice. So okay, so for user experience, we all know that UX means user experience, and what is user experience? It is how users feel when they interact with a digital product, when they interact with a specific product. So what is the experience they get from it? How do they feel? What is the satisfaction? Do you understand? Exactly. I know they are newbies here, so I need to come break it down and then we continue. So okay. Um so that's for user experience. Now, you'd agree with me that the way you feel when you are let's say when you are riding a Toyota is different from the way you feel when you are riding a Bugatti. So that's where it comes with the user interface, because those interfaces are different. They are different, so it means that the experience you get from them will be different. So in ensuring that you get the best experience possible, that is when your user interface comes in, which means the physical thing you can see that you are dealing with, which you get the experience from, isn't it? So and then for you to get a very good experience, you also need to understand some basic things. Basic things like understand who are these people you are creating this product for. Who am I creating this product for? Is it for my mommy? Is it for my daddy? What are their age group? Do you understand? Okay, how do I really know what their problem is? And so from you understanding what their problem is, then you are one way ahead. You'll be able to know, okay, what is the best solution I can give to tackle this problem. Do you understand? Now, in ensuring that you get to understand your user, we come to empathy map. Do you understand? And that is why I said empathy map is a what? Is a UX process, which is one of the tools for UX, which is what we're trying to understand our users. Now, this empathy map is telling you that we need to get into their head to understand how they feel, what they say, what they see, what they hear, what they think, what they feel. Do you understand? Now, so I said that what are the benefits of creating empathy map? So I think I'm on the fourth one, fast and inexpensive. So for your empathy map, some of you going all the way to creating the real project, the real product. When you have when you have created your empathy map, which is at the beginning of your research stage, it will save you costs. It is fast and is inexpensive. For you to create an empathy map, you don't have to have projects that will drag into 2 months, 3 months. Of course, it can, but at the same time, it's fast enough for you to at least draw insights and understand what people need and what their problem is and how can you solve these problems. So it said easily customizable based on available information and goals. So it means that from the information you have gotten from the people you have spoken to, from people that are going to use your product. Oh, okay. I think someone said something which I think is true. They said there should be a recording of this. Well, maybe I don't know, but I know that you will get the slides. Okay, so it should be easily customizable. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Now, from the information you have gotten, it means that you'll be able to change some things you have gotten from the information you've gotten during the research stage. You'll be able to customize based on the needs of the user. So common understanding among team members. So what I'm trying to say now is when you're conducting empathy map, when you're creating it, you should not do it alone. Most times it's always in teams, like teams of 5, 6, or less than. It depends on the what would I call it, the hugeness, or should I say on the it depends on the project in total. How big is the project? Is it something small? Is it something big? But most times, you should not be the only one conducting an empathy map, because you want to share insights. You want to see that, okay, is this idea the best? Am I sure that what this user say is how I'm interpreting it? Remember that I can say something and you can interpret it in another way. So, that is why we need ourselves. So moving on. So how to create an empathy map? Okay. So I said to create an empathy map, gather any qualitative research data. Now remember, they used to use these terms, and I think that people should be sure about what it means. When you say qualitative and quantitative, that's qualitative research, quantitative research. Now from the qualitative research, we're talking about, things that, how would I put it? Okay, let me say the quantitative research should be more of like things you can count. Okay, how many females? What are the numbers? What are the age group? But qualitative are those things that you need to understand. So personas, I don't know if I know that some of us are familiar with personas, and I don't want to be using terminologies here. So I'm trying to like break them down into bit by bit. Okay, personas. Let me just tell you that, okay, personas are a brief description of yourself. And in that persona, I want to know what are your frustration, what are your motivation, what are your goals, things that you do, and a little short description about yourself. Let's say your sex, your age, your occupation, and your team. The only material needed are large sheets of paper. So they're saying that for you to create an empathy map, what you need are large sheets of paper or a whiteboard. Then yes, we need colored sticky notes. This is where we go to Figma. And markers, you can freehand sketch your map or print worksheets from the many free templates available online. So now we know already this is a template. This picture right here is a template. So which means we know already that there are templates online, but you can also sketch it yourself. And what do you need? You need markers, you need sheets, or you need your whiteboard, you need papers. Okay. So okay, let me try to move. So that will not be all work, all talk and nothing. So let me quickly move to, so where the gist? I heard that Adobe is Adobe has currently gotten how do I say, is it that they bought Figma or how? Like I think I need full information, because I'm one of those designers that will be like, oh, I prefer Figma to Adobe XD, and now I'm like, oh boy. I mean, when I saw it today, I'm like, wow, okay, here we are right now. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, let's use it. Let's use it. Fig Jam for collaboration. Yeah. Okay, so good. We can see. I think this works, right? I think the first one works. Yeah. Yep. So, at least it looks like sticky notes already. Yeah. So okay, where did I see sticky notes in it? Let me check here again. Okay. Colored sticky notes. Okay, let's move on. Oh. I think I want to do a little short exercise before we move to user empathy, user journey map. Abi, should we? Now they will turn us to. I'm telling you. See, it's the way it is. So now these are sticky notes, and so when you're conducting empathy map, remember that they're in 4 quadrants, right? They're in a quadrant. So I think 4. That's 4 pieces. Let's move. Connector. Actually, I'm looking for line, because most times I'm so used to just doing everything in Figma straight up, like straight. Yeah. I know that they have templates, so I just want to show a little brief of what I'm talking about, which is what it looks like when you're conducting an empathy map. I'm looking for it too. Actually, I would just prefer to just draw it. User journey mapping. We are getting there, right? Okay. Okay. User persona. Remember I mentioned it, right? Okay. So I'll get for it. Okay. I don't know if we have gone through that though. Okay. Let me just put it in, right? Which is what empathy map. Yeah. Empathy map, add template. Which one do you think is better like this? Looking at it. Uh, see there. And then the funny thing is, I hope you all know that it's designers like you that are in the community section where they're putting many things in the community for Figma. So it means that yes, this is exactly what I'm saying. So let me zoom in. So I'm thinking I should put someone's picture here. Let me put Precious picture and say this is Precious and this is what she says, thinks and does, right? Okay, so I think I'll need a sticky note here. So let's say it moves like this. So I'm using it on my system right now, but of course you can just draw your own or that kind of thing. And then we'll put what she thinks, what she says, what she does. Depending, then all of these things depends on what we are talking about the project. So if you want to conceptualize this and say, okay, this is our problem. So I need a problem actually, like a problem statement. For example, let's say Precious is a student. Her personality, she's shy, and she would like to make more friends. So let's say the solution is we are creating a mobile application, right? A mobile application that is going to that she will be able to chat with people, connect with friends, since she's a shy person. So let's say some of the things that she would what's supposed to be say, think, feel, does. So this is does, right? Some of the things she would do is what I need an example. Precious, what are some of the things you would do? So let's say she would like to meet new people. Okay, that's what she says, right? What I think she likes to say. She likes to stay inside, stay at home. But it's related. I know you're not a shy person, right? Well, I think I'm always working on so many things, so you pardon these open tabs. Yeah, I'm always working on, and I like to, it happens. Am I the only one that is guilty from opening so many tabs? I want to see people's response. Okay, so let's move on. So I hope that we understand empathy map. Do we? I'll welcome questions at the end. Oh, we are plenty. Nice. I mean, see, when it comes to Chrome, I can open many browsers. So let's move on. Many tabs. Okay, so user journey map. Let's move. Okay, so user journey map. So I said, what is user journey map? A user journey map is a path a user may take to reach their goal. When using a particular website. So website in this case now, I mean whether it's a website, whether it's a mobile app. So user journeys are used in designing websites to identify the different ways to enable the user to achieve their goal as quickly and easily as possible. Now, take note of some things, which is quickly and easily, right? And what is it? It's said to achieve their goals in the fastest possible method, isn't it? So, now, I realized that many people used to mix, or they used to think that user flow is the same thing with user journey, or people it seems the line between it is a bit thin, very thin, and people do not really understand it very well. So I took the time to let me go to what user flow 2 means. So the term flow depicts movement. Product creators need to consider the path in which the user will navigate through the website or app, prompting the creation of user flow. This path is divided into series of steps that the user takes from the entry point. So when I say entry point, it means that, so let's say you downloaded an app from Play Store, right? Yeah. And by the time you were able to install the app, and immediately you are on the app, you just opened it. Whether it is even from the onboarding, which is, I mean, the first introductory screens you see, or straight to sign up, that's the entry point I mean now. through conversion funnels towards the final action. So let's say it's an e-commerce application. So let's say, give me an example. So let's say Jumia. So I downloaded Jumia from Play Store, right? And then immediately I was able to download. I saw the first screen, the splash screen, and I mean from that entry point, then you sign up to me purchasing a product. Do you understand? Something like that. I mean to the final action I take on that product. So that is what I mean by the user flow. Now, it is a bit different from user journey. So I'll come again. So a user journey is a part a user may take. So it means that for a user journey, there can be in a website or in an app, there can be like 5 journey or more than. The way I would use Jumia right now will be different from the way Precious will use Jumia. I think I like using Precious as an example because she's the first person I'm seeing on this screen. So on this Google Meet screen, so on my own phone. So I would say that the way um, I would use a particular app or navigate through a website be different from the way you will navigate through that website. Remember that the website may offer different services. For example, the website might be that you just want to go and check the price, or you want to actually buy something, or you just want to sign up and say, okay, after I register, things like that. So it's a bit different, right? So in any way that you want to use that website or a mobile app, all we want to ensure is that it is very easy, it is quick to achieve your goal. Do you understand? So now, but remember that when I said flow, user flow, it means that from it's just a flow, which is what? Movement. It depicts movement. So that from the entry point of you getting on that website or the mobile app to you exiting it, which means you have performed a task, right? So that is what I mean. So a user journey or user journey map, they use it interchangeably. So it's a visual trip of the user across the solution. The user journey considers not only the steps that a user takes, but also their feeling, pain points, moments of delight. It's a visualization of an individual's relationship with the product over time and across different channels. As much as I'm trying to break all this Oyinbo down, there are limits to where you can break them down, right? So I think I need example of user flow and but user flow and user journey map here. So I hope you are following. Are we following? Or am I talking too fast? I need them comments. I need to know that I'm not the only one here. Okay, so I'm actually looking for a place where I'll get to see user journey map. I think I will just open Behance because Behance we get to see a lot of people projects and then we can compare and contrast, right? Yes, because in as much as we are saying all this here, this is what user flow is, this is what user journey map, and these are the differences. We need, I realize that. Okay, so there's this. I think there's this 4 ways we humans see content. Videos stick more, then pictures, then I think can someone tell me? Then I think the last one in the list is text. These are all text. As much as I try to be visually appealing, but it's still text, right? So let's see pictures. Behance is filled with visuals, right? Okay. Uh, so this is Behance. Yeah. And remember, anybody I don't have up to 98 tabs. So I'm not really checking comments, but I'm seeing some pop up. So okay. And I think that if you open too many tabs at once, I think it reduces I don't know, maybe it slows down the rate at which your system will respond at times if your system is not a strong one. Something like that. I'm really guilty of this thing. I know, but then I think we need to. Okay, so what am I even looking for? Okay, I'm not looking for my work right now. I'm trying to look for um what is it again? User flow and user journey, so that when you see the structure, you will see the difference. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. And remember, in case so that you don't forget your questions, if you have questions, drop them in the comment section. When I'm done, I'll get back to them. You understand? Okay. So yeah, of course there are other resources we can use, but Behance is just easy. It's just very easy. So okay, what am I looking for right now? I'm looking for projects like case studies, UI case studies. Remember, in case studies, you get to see these things. Yeah, you get to see all of these UX processes that we are explaining. Uh, and you can drop your Behance link. Oh, I might decide to just follow you. I mean, drop your Behance link if you feel like you are very good and you have the exact thing I need to show that this is user flow, this is user journey map. Drop it in the comment section and you see me there. This is looking good, Sha. Let's speak it right. This person should not fall my hand though. Okay. So nobody. So are you saying that nobody has mind to drop their own Behance link in the comment section? Like, no, are you serious? I've not seen any link. Oh, okay. Okay, so what is this? Okay, I'm still looking for it too. I don't know if this person has, but I'm trying to explain what I mean. Okay, so what is this? This is looking like, yeah, thank you very much. Now, you can see this person, user journey map. And one thing you should know about um, user journey map is that it also considers how they feel. Like, okay, is this place successful? Were they able to move here? How do they feel right now? Are they anticipating? Are they overwhelmed? Do you understand? Yes. So now that's why we have this now. So you can see the mood. You can see this person mood first angry, and then it's okay, now smiling. Oh, nice. You understand? So this is exactly what I'm trying to explain. That so this is a user journey map. So let me see if person has a user flow. User flow. This is a flow diagram. But yes, this person still tried. Do you understand? So I hope you understand now that these are the major differences so that people will stop thinking that they are the same thing. No, they are not. So let's move on, shall we? Mm-hmm. Okay, still nobody sent a Behance system. Fine. Let's move on. So affinity mapping. Please share the link to that flow. Is it the one I just checked now? Okay. Okay. I think this is good. Let me copy and paste it. Oh, okay. I'm seeing you busy here. Fine. Come on. There's always a start for everything. So if I need you today, doesn't mean that by tomorrow, you would have been agbalagba. Yeah, so let's move on. Affinity mapping. What is affinity mapping? So affinity mapping is the process of grouping and clustering um ideas into similar themes in categories. So affinity mapping is used in UX research to get an understanding of how people organize their thoughts about different topics. Okay, so I think we are trying to understand, because I know that people still used to do it like, what is this? Is this card sorting or is it affinity mapping? And what is the difference, right? So let's go with the first one, which is affinity mapping is the process of grouping and clustering ideas into similar themes in categories. So yes, this is affinity mapping. So from here, I don't know if this is clear enough. Let me like put it here. Yeah, so from here we would see that uh so let's say this is goat, cow, sheep, whatever. I'm just giving examples. So I'm going to put things that are very similar to it. It's as if we're creating a team for it. Teams that go with this, teams that go with this. Do you understand? Oh, okay. I think I need to take a break a little. A short one. I need people's opinion. I want to hear questions because I feel like I don't know if I'm rushing, but we're getting to the end already. Not the end, but I feel like this is still 8:47. So I've not seen questions in the comment section yet. So do I want to believe? I think I want to. I want to believe that you all understand what I have been talking about. Do we? Do we? Let me know. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Do we understand? Okay, so let's take affinity mapping again. So I said affinity mapping is used in user research. Yes, that's user experience research to get an understanding of how people organize their thoughts about different topics. So it means that if I'm going to conduct affinity map, which is I want it to help with the research I'm carrying out. I want it to help with me understanding the user, right? So I would decide that okay, fine. I want to get some users, some potential users. That's I want to get people and give them, let's say, let them arrange some things for me. For example, so let's say I'm beginning to consider that okay, this website, how do I really want it to be arranged? So let's say that educational website. So I want to know if I should first put tutors before the students, and maybe before the students, I want to put register or sign in, things like that. Then I get people to arrange it. So by the time they are arranging it, which means they are organizing it based on their own thoughts, I get to see, is there a pattern to it? Is it that the way people are arranging, this is the way they feel that it should be better? So it will help and channel my thought process and help my understanding of how the users want it to be, how the users want the product to be. Remember that they said design. When we are designing, we are not designing for goats or cows, right? We're designing for human beings. That's what I always tell people. So you're designing for people and you want people to use products. So you can't just be doing everything for them. I mean, you can't be deciding everything for them and say, oh, see, it's what I produce that they will use. I mean, there are many products already that are similar to your own. So if you are going to let people to use your product, then you should ensure that users are at the core of your design thought processes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it means that for every design decision that you make, for example, okay, why should I use this nav bar? Why should this color be green? Why should it be located there? Why should this feature be added? Little decisions like that are very, very important. Do you understand? So because of this, that is why we always ensure that users are at the core of the designs that we make, because it's users that are going to use it, and the users are people. They are not animals. Oh, I think we are animals actually. It's just that we are higher animals, right? Yeah. So that is like a summary of this. Let me know if you guys are following. Give me your favorite emoji. Let me know if you are with me. And I think I've not heard somebody's voice in about, I don't know. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, we are animals. You get it. Okay. So let's move to card sorting. But before we move to card sorting, let me do a refresh. Let me see. Yes, yes. Okay, empathy mapping, user journey, affinity map, card sorting method. So remember that all of this that we are seeing here are UX processes. Now let's do a recap to design thinking. When I'm talking about design thinking, remember that we also have some new names that they're not exactly new, but there are terminologies that are coming up these days. I'll say human-centered design, user-centered design, interaction design, things like that. Yeah, yeah. So all of these things are synonymous, yeah. So empathy mapping, user journey, affinity map, card sorting methods. So all of these are methods. They are just methods that you are trying to, in a bit, to understand your potential users. You want to ensure that you understand their problem very, very well. I mean, everybody has problem actually, and I feel like I don't know if problems can finish from this world. Wherever they finish, but we have been trying to sort them, right? We have been trying to solve them. Yeah, problem they finish. So, in as much as problem they finish, the ones that we know already, we're trying to solve them, and we're trying to make sure that we understand these people we are solving their problem, so that we are going to give them a solution that is tailored to fit that problem. Which means there's no point making a product that is not actually solving anybody's problem. And so if you're going to make a product, many of these ideas are already existing, solutions are already existing. So if you want to make your own, then ensure that your own product is way better than what is currently on ground. Remember. So now that still also reminds me of Figma and Adobe XD. Remember all the times we used to argue? I'm sure that Agbas in the house will understand. We'll be arguing that, oh, Figma is best. Adobe XD has other features. Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, they're acquiring themselves right now, right? Okay. So Okay, I think right now we are in card sorting method. So are we together? I have to be sure. Hope I'm not talking to myself. Okay. Mm, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So card sorting method. Card sorting method. Okay. So for card sorting method, we say card sorting is a UX research technique in which users organize topics into groups. Which means users organize topics into groups. So card sorting is a UX research method in which study participants, when I say study participants now, it means that people we are studying, people that we feel that, oh, they're in the age group of people who are producing this product for, right? They have the characteristics here. Individual labels written on note cards according to criteria that make sense to them. Now, get that straight. They said according to criteria that make sense to them. So it means that what makes sense to me might not make sense to Victoria. So if we are to sort a card, so this means we are just using card to just to sort our thoughts. So it means that me, that I am the researcher, that I am actually researching, which is the UX researcher, the UX designer, yes, that's researching into this particular problem and trying to provide a solution to it, right? I have some things in mind already about that particular problem that I want to solve, right? So I would label cards. So I might label features in on a card. So on cards. So let me say, for example, if we want to, I like using e-commerce, for example, because I think my major part is e-commerce. I like to work on e-commerce website, e-commerce stores, e-commerce blah blah blah. So for example, I want to be sure that what I'm thinking is what they're thinking, or what I'm thinking is the best way to go about this problem, right? So I might just label putting them on each card, like let's say the features, you know, and then tell them to arrange it. That means tell my people that I am interviewing, that I'm making research for potential users, that they should arrange this card to the way that they think is best, that makes sense to them. Now, this method uncovers how the target audience domain knowledge is structured, and it serves to create an information architecture that matches users' expectation. Now, they have used a keyword in this, which is information architecture. Now, information architecture too is what oh, I mean, when it comes to this UX research, we have many terms to deal with. So let me just say, in the brief, information architecture is all the information and the way they are arranged that we want that will be present in a product. For example, what I mean is, so on the website, the information architecture of that website, for example, it depends on what that website does. What is the function? It might be the way it is structured, or from one page to another. So, or the way all the information is arranged. Do you understand? All the information. That's the information architecture. So what we are trying to say now is so that by the time the card sorting method helps you to have a better information architecture of that product. Do you understand? Now I can understand that. I don't know if I'm getting too deep or too deep. I really cannot say, but then we'll go back to Beyonce so that we'll be able to show examples. Are we together? Okay, so let me still look at this person's profile. Oh, I think he's actually done. He has jumped to the wireframe. So now one of the things I think, yeah, we did wireframing on was it Tuesday? Someone should remind me. I think the no, not wireframing. Case study on Tuesday, right? Yes, case study on Tuesday. And one of the things that our speaker said was that we should not just, I understand this is popular among newbies. It's just like when the design bug beats you. You just want to be designing, you just want to continue designing, right? But then also remember that when you are presenting your work, you are making it to a UI case study. That means you are not You're not going to just show us screens, for example. So you designed a website. Don't just put your website and then that's all. I want to see your thought process. That's what makes it into a case study. I want to see why you conducted this research. Why the people you conducted this research with? How long did it take? Why did you choose to do it this way? Do you understand? These are things that people look out for. So right now, I'm actually looking for a case study that I know there's this one. Let me go to my mood board, right? I know that I should say nice people's work. So if you see your work in the end of my mood board, just know that I rate you very well. Okay, so I rate you. I don't know. I don't know which one to even pick, sir. But I just want us to, since we are doing UX tonight, so we need to actually check some things. Ooh. Or more, I don't know how many things saved to my mood board like this. So I'm always saving people's work. Mm. Sorry. Let me try to. See, let me just pick anyone. Mm. So still nobody has gotten the, what would I call it? Nobody has sent a Behance link to this group, to this chat. I don't even understand. Is it that we are newbie, like we've not even done anything, or we are not proud of our work? You don't have. I like to say that you should speak for yourself. Which ones we don't have? Like you don't have. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what to believe anyway. But anybody will get mine to send a Behance link. Even if it's not a Behance link, I mean just your portfolio link. Anyone, wherever you are hosting it, I'm fine with it, right? Okay. Doctor. So I'm thinking since this one is let's look at it. I'm actually looking for a complete case study so that we can use that to point out to you know many of these affinity map and the rest that we are citing. Wow. Wow. 2 days ago. Wow. That's like um this I don't know if you guys still listen to radio this right now. I mean, I feel like are people still listening to radio? But I'm about to talk about something. Like so, there's this. See, I like to talk. Even though I know I'm talking and I'm not getting response. I'm getting response, but not like a verbally response.
Wow, we're enjoying you, Jerry.
Okay, so there's this radio program that so for first time callers, exactly. For first time callers, they will do so when you call and say, I'm a first time caller, they take a what are they calling this? This like a bell and do baga, everybody be happy. So who said that she's just is it she or he that just joined about 2 days ago? I will say baga. Welcome to the welcome to the group, right? So I hope that you've joined the WhatsApp group. For anyone that has not joined WhatsApp group, for products of Africa, join because from there you'll be able to learn a lot, like a lot. I'm telling you. Okay, so I'm looking at this person's case study. This is the user persona. Okay, this is the user flow. Now we can see everything flowing, and this is a user empathy map, right? This is an empathy map. Okay. Come on. The person is done. Yeah, but I mean, they tried. And yeah, people should try to appreciate people's work. I used to do it too. You see, when I get what I'm looking for, I will appreciate someone's work. Like, appreciate that if you can comment. And remember that always engage in the group so that if someone drops a link to to a case study, to any post, generally, try to engage it. You never know. You can never tell. Be good. It pays to be good. So I'm giving advice, right? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm vexed. Let me go to my own work safe. Because this one I'm busy looking for work. Eh? Mhm. Oh, this is actually not my this is not let me just say that I have like two profile. Okay, you know what? I don't even know again. I don't even know the word again. But I know that I'm looking for a complete case study, right? Uh can I even remember this one? Okay, I think wait, let me still go to my mood board safe. This is another account from what I'm saying here. It's not even my own mood board. So can someone just give me like a link to join? I need to take a complete work case study here so that we can just go through, and from there we will get to understand more and how you do all of these things. But then user research is very, very interesting. There are different methods that you can use to conduct user research. You can pick what method do you think is best for you and why. You know, and then also depends on the project, the timeline, how big or small is the project, the funds that are available, the people that are available, how many people are on the team. So all of these things determines the user research that you carry out. Do you understand? And then also depends on the stage of the project. Remember, even though I'm saying yes, at the beginning of the project, you should carry out your user research and everything. There are times that even when you get to, let's say, you have launched your product already. I mean, it's not a new distance. You have launched, you have designed, that means you have gone through the design thinking process, which is empathy and what again? Someone should tell me the design thinking process, which is just empathy, define the problem, what is it again? Ideate, prototype, testing. I hope I'm not speaking in the jargon, no. I hope people are with me, please. So sometimes even at the end of it all, your product is already released into the market. Is been there for a while, and you notice that okay, this thing is not going so well. You are not getting enough users, customers, is not getting traffic, blah blah blah. You might decide that you want to conduct user research again, so that you can check what is the cause of this problem. How can we make it better? Are we together? Do we understand? Whew. And have I seen question? I don't think I've seen any question in the group so far. Are you saying that everything I've been saying, you understand? I don't know. Should I agree with myself like that? I need
Anyone
questions.
that has a question will unmute their mic and ask.
Yes, please
Just
ask
to wait.
questions. You're making it face boring already. I like to talk, so unmute your mic. Let's play. Ask questions. You know,
Hello,
we are learning. Yes, I'm
good
listening.
evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Please, you were about telling us how to conduct user research, but you didn't finish it.
Oh, did I? When?
Yes,
When was that?
we are
User
talking
research.
about you. So you can. There are different ways of conducting user research, and you just move to another one.
Oh, okay. Yes, remember that I was saying that. Okay, you can mute yourself. So I was saying that now, if you look at it, yeah, let me move. This is under user research. Yes, user research. So these are tools for user research, which means you can use anyone for user research. What I'm trying to say is all of these are tools under user research. When I say tools, it means they are under user research. We are trying. And what is user research? We want to understand our user. Abi, we want to understand our user. We want to know their problem. We want to understand it so that we can solve it for them, isn't it? So it means that all of these things, one, two, three, four. So whether it is empathy mapping you want to use, or you can even use the four of them: user journey, affinity map, card sorting method. Now let me give a brief. Empathy mapping, which means we want to understand what they say, what they think, what they do. Do you understand? So all of that is towards is still under user research. Am I communicating now? So even if it's user journey, which I said user journey is what? Um what is it again? From user journey, I said that let me recap please. Is a path a user may take. So which means how do we think that this user will move from this possible point to another point, right? So all of this, when we depict it, we go to our sketchboard, we draw it out from this place to this place to this place. They get to complete these actions. All of that is because we are trying to ensure that even the solution we are designing, that we are producing, is tailor fit, which means it tailors it fits the problem they are facing. So everything that I've been saying is under user research. If somebody has a better explanation, please let me know. Do you understand? Let me know. So then, okay, so we have been explaining this, and that's why I had to go to B and so let you see that okay, because people are trying to understand the problem and how they came about the UI. That's how they came about the design. That's why they had to start telling them, showing you that okay, this is the empathy map. I conducted this. I did that. Do you understand? Are we together? You see, now this is a person's user research. He said he conducted qualitative and quantitative research. So when you go to VIAS, you see many of these things. You get to understand more. Do you understand? So all of these things, he conducted user persona, like he created user persona. It means that he's also trying to ensure that he understands the problem. He's talking to people, he's finding out what they think, what they see, what they hear, what they do. Are we together? Oh yes, nice. Now people are getting liver. Nice one. So you're finally dropping a case study. Good. So let me check. Let's check, right? So for newbies, please, I don't want you to be saying God when I start opening people's link. I don't. Just know that you get there. Okay. Oh, okay. So who is this fine boy? Samuel Adeyinka. Is Samuel Adeyinka on this call?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
See, I've already complimented you, fine boy. So let me follow you.
Thank
you. Okay. So interesting. I think I'm seeing interesting things here already, right? So let's open. I don't understand. So it means that the name of this app is Get There Fast. Who is also laughing? No, I don't mean it in a bad way, but I'm like, wow, Get There Fast. Okay, logistic app. Get there. As in, I like the way this name is so direct. Like even from the name, I didn't know what it means, right? Okay. Okay, I can see. Nice one. I'm seeing his UX already, user research. So he has empathy map, blah blah blah. Okay. So Get There Fast. Okay. I see his logo. I like it already, right? Who is also seeing this? So we can click on the link he dropped so that you guys can like his work, and give him feedback. Yeah. Okay. This is good. As in, I feel like there's some pictures that already that maybe you got it from Figma or Splash or something, but they're always used. For example, this woman here, I don't even know who this woman is, but I know she's tired of people using her picture. Who can agree? So maybe you should have asked me so that I would have given you my picture. See, okay. I think I'll need to zoom in to see what she thinks, feels, and does. But wait, though. I think nobody has still asked question. Nobody asked question. Okay, somebody asked question. Yes, which I have answered. Another question, please. We have time. Oh, this is just 9:11. The thing is, I don't want to bore you too much with user research, blah blah blah. So I made it kind of short and precise. Do you understand? And concise, like a bit short. Or would you have wanted it to be long? I think the remaining time we use it to gist. Abby, Victoria,
They're probably building their questions and hoping that maybe when you are done they would ask the questions.
Don't forget your questions. I'm here for you. Okay, nice one. I'm seeing his user flow and I like the way you use pictures.
That's not mine.
I don't understand. What am I looking at again? But it's true. Tamai knows his work, right? See,
Yeah.
Definitely. So, okay. Like I said, this woman, Samantha. Okay. Should I give her name Samantha? But I know I need to know Samantha. But I know people use her picture a lot. Celebrate your successes. Okay. But wait, is there anything like successes? Maybe I'm the one that I don't understand English. Somebody should tell me, please. Even small ones. Make friends, family, and colleague a part of your happiness. Positivity is always an igniter of success. But wait, I still need to understand. Someone should correct me. Is there anything like successes? So that we'll correct this once and for all now. We'll know that we have corrected it. Okay, your information picture is it's a bit too small for me to see, except I zoom in. Yeah, I didn't get that. Someone said something. What is it?
I said there is successes.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay. Oh. You know that what we don't understand or what we don't know, we need to ask, right? Okay. So this is wow. This is wonderful. Well done. Yeah. Oh, wait. Have I? Sometimes the turning of the blue and green makes me want to be sure. I appreciate. No, I have appreciated it, of course. Okay, so thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now I think it's time. Let's check if there's anything else before I say that it's time to answer questions. Ooh. I hope so far we have been enjoying this session. Do we? Do we? Okay, yes, please. Let's not move. So we have card sorting method, which I think I explained. Yes, I explained using this diagram. That so you let them sort it. Depends on their thought process, what they feel is right, right. So they said there are two types of card sorting method, which is there's the open card sorting method and the closed card sorting method. So for open card sorting is the most common type of card sorting and what we described above. Okay. Generally, when which is I'm talking about this one we described above. Generally, when practitioners use the term card sort, it implies that it will be an open card sort. In an open card sort, users are free to assign whatever names they want to the group they have created in the cards in the stack. So what they mean here is that so when it's open card sorting method, users that are already recruited that okay come and sort this card based on what you feel and see, they are free to label it with what they have in mind. You understand? Now, when I'm saying things like this, if you really want to understand, we will need to be having, let's say, a problem and the solution in process. So I think what we'll do is no, let's move on. Then let's say we'll be able to get a problem and using all of these UX processes, we'll be able to, give them what we think. So closed card sorting method is a variation where users are given a predetermined set of category names. They are asked to organize the individual cards into these predetermined categories. So it means that for the closed card sorting method is that you have already given them some categories. Can you see? Yeah, it means that you've given them categories that the things that are under animal, they'll sort them, the things that are under toy. So are just examples, right? Yes. So closed card sorting does not review how users conceptualize a set of topic. So what I'm trying to say is because you haven't given them a category already, they are not free with their expression. What if the category you even give them is different from what they have in mind, right? So instead, it is used to evaluate how well an existing category structure support the content from a user's perspective. Remember, I think you get the slides, yeah, and then the good thing with all of this is that you should make more research, try to understand better, ensure the ultimate goal is to ensure that whatever solution you are providing addresses the problem of the users. Users are very important. Users are at the core of user interface and user design. And so for us to address the problems that users face, we users face, we really need to understand their problems and provide effective solution to it. So I think on this note, I'm ending this. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Yes, finish. Now questions, right?
Okay, thank you very, very much, Design Queen Ayinde Abimbola. Thank you. We are so glad. We are so happy you took your time to explain and train us tonight. I'm sure we've learned so many things. And yes, Adela, we still have a lot to learn. A lot. And I'm sure we'll get there. Okay, very quickly, let me just read out the questions that we have. Someone said, I don't know if this has been asked, but must we include all this into our case study? Is it okay to not put an affinity map or a user journey map?
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, I would say that it's not a must that you put all of this. You can put one or two or three, but you don't need. In fact, when it comes to UX processes, they're actually even more than this. I'm telling you, just the way I highlighted this part, just for you to understand your user research, your user, you can have the empathy map, the user persona. Remember, now there's and down user persona. Now, when I list it now, you'll be having like 6 things. So it's not a must you put everything. It depends on the method of research that you carry out, and everything is geared towards what understanding the user. So if it's just two that you carried out, there's no point lying now, because I feel like when I look at case studies, even me, I think I'm guilty of it. Then when I just started, I'll lie that yeah, I conducted research and did this, and maybe it's not just more than Google Forms I gave to some friends, right? So it's really not a must, but the main thing is ensure that you understand the problem, and yeah, you have gotten insights enough to solve them, right? So it's not a must that you include everything, but at least ensure that you carry out user research. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I hope that question was answered already. That was for iChat to Sumo. Okay. I think our network is even logging her out. Let me just move to the next question. Okay, yeah, so I got this question from WhatsApp, a private message. The person asked if you can list the things that should be included in the user case journey. User case study. Sorry.
user case study. Is it a user case study or a UI case study? I think we call it more of user interface, like the whole project case study. Is that what you're talking about? I'm bound to be sure I
Nah, that
understand
should
the
be the
question.
question. That's just what the person asked.
Okay, okay. So okay. So yes, I don't want us to be branching different places. Because like I said, I like to talk. But now that you asked that question, I remembered something else. So okay, I'll be fast. So I think we have time. What's the point of being fast, right? So I think about last week. Is it last week or last 2 weeks? I came across a post on LinkedIn. I don't know, for anyone that knows my profile on LinkedIn, you can check. I think I reshared it or I liked it, something like that. Or I think yes, I reshared it. The person was talking about um how designers now have templates for how they want their UI UX case study to look like. Which in the actual sense, there's no template. So now that question is asked, if I say this, of course, there are some must haves. You understand which I'm going to list? There's some must haves. For example, you say that this is a UI US case study, right? And you do not have your screens that you designed. I mean, what do we now want to look at, right? But there's no actual template of this is how it's supposed to be. Yes. And I think over time that people have been able to see when you look at people's be as with people's um portfolio, their case study. Even me, I'm guilty of it. It feels like there's a general rule of okay, beginning, have your overview, then about the project, then timeline, then let's say is a persona, uh what again? Is a persona, empathy map, and let's say maybe the research method you carried out, maybe you use Google Forms, you talk to people, the information you got from it, right? From them, and then let's say we'll now go um to design system, which is let's say the color codes you use, the icons you use, all of those things. Then we move to let's say wireframing and then our design. Yes, who can relate? I think this has always been, right? If I should look at it, hey, Samuel one is there, right? So who can relate? It's as if that's what it has always been. So I'm not going to say that same thing for you. I will just say that it depends on how did you carry out it. I mean, how did you go about your own case study? That is what you should write. There should be flexibility. There's no particular rule. There should be flexibility about how you want it to be. But the must have are the things I've said now, which is all of those things I've said. Yes, we want to see it. We want to see your UX, your UI, everything. So not in one particular order, which is I want to see your screens, I want to see your user persona. At least you are designing for users, so I want to know that you talk to people, you understand their problem. I want to see your user persona. I want to see your empathy map. I want to see what they actually think. I want to see how all of those things, how you're able to synthesize the information you got from it into the UI that you have created, right? So yes, I hope, are we clear? Do we understand?
Yeah, that should have answered the question. Thank you so much. Is there any other question from anybody? Please unmute your mic and just ask your question.
Oh, okay. Okay. My head is filled. Ah, come on. No, don't let your head be filled though. It's a gradual process, right there. It's a gradual process. Okay, wow. I didn't check this. Did I check? No, no, no. Sorry. It's an oversight. I think I didn't check. Oh, here we are. Let's see. Right? But I think this is not my I didn't log in with my own UX and portfolio. This is one I was just doing by the side. Okay, okay. So, well, in fact, everything is looking so catchy, right? What do we want to move? What do we want to check here? Can someone tell me what should we check? Which one interests you? Anyone? One is talking on. This class boring. Or is it that we're not just having that
Please
vibe like
unmute your mic and interact with the facilitator. Okay, someone
yes,
said the
so
first one.
NFTs. Okay. Okay, it's loading. Purple. So
Someone else said the
the other time
second
I
one.
oh well we'll check. So I think there was this time I stumbled across a post that says that what are the should I say overused colors? Like colors that are overused when it comes to UI designs. I mean
NFC,
it yes. So colors that are overused. Purple is one of them.
purple, green.
I think blue. You can never go wrong with blue, right? So I think blue. You know, yes. But then when it comes to this, we always say purple, purple. Okay, I like these images too. No collection, I really agree it. Okay, so this is like a dark mode. Okay, this is a prototype. Let's like it, Abby. So yes, let's appreciate our work. I think that we're not exactly doing review review tonight of let's review this case study, let's review this and that. Well, I mean, of course, there's always room for improvement, but this is good. So well done. Okay, someone said the second one, right? Yeah, so when it comes to all this food delivery mobile app something, when I open it, I want to be hungry. Who else feels that way? Like when I open it, I want to be hungry. This is good. Like I always try to like before I start giving reviews. I mean, and then yes, there's something we should understand about design. It is actually subjective. I don't know if that's the right word, but that is what it is. I mean, something can look so good to Precious and might not look so good to me. And something can look so good to Samuel and might not be the same for me. So it's subjective in a way. But what you should know is when a design is good, you would not notice it. But when it's bad, you will notice it. Who agrees? I don't know. Who agrees? When when it's good, you might not really notice it. It's just like it's there, it's natural, it's fine, it's there. But when it's bad, you start to point out things like, this should not be like this.
Very
Yes.
possible.
Yeah. So I feel like you for the newbies when you start to design to some level, you get to understand. Like you yourself will know that no, this design is wow, and then you also know that no, this design So that's where it is. So yeah, practice makes perfect, but this is good. I mean, let me like this. Yes. So well done. So I think nobody asked questions though. Hmm.
Okay. If no one asks questions to ask, I think we've come to the end of Design Queen's session, and would just like to appreciate you once again. Thank you so much for coming to invest in invest in us, your time. You took your time, your energy. We're picking your brain, not even one by one, like different chunks at a time. So thank you so much. Okay, so and to everyone that joined today, thank you. We're really sorry again that we couldn't send out emails, and like I said, that's why we have shortage of students today. So we hopefully tomorrow we're going to rectify that, and everyone is going to get an email. So let's expect an email tomorrow morning or this evening. We should expect an email. So I wanted to point out something to those of us that are posting about this on LinkedIn or after every meeting or every training rather. Please always use the hashtag, and yeah, always use the hashtag please, and try to mention us. Use the symbol at Product Hub Africa so we can see it and engage with it, because it's important that we engage with it. You cannot just post something that has to do with us and then we won't see it. It's not going to look good. So let's just try and work on that. Then there's some of us here that don't even have a LinkedIn account. That's very, very bad. As a product person, as a tech person, as an what's the word? As someone who is looking to go to pave the way for their career, or broaden their horizon, you're supposed to have a LinkedIn account. LinkedIn is where you connect. LinkedIn is where you meet people. LinkedIn is where you get opportunities, job opportunities. LinkedIn is where you'll be able to meet with so many people from everywhere that you yourself haven't gotten to. And that is how you can that is how I myself have met with so many people that I've not even seen physically, or places where I've never gotten to, but I've met people from there. LinkedIn is very, very wide, and it's just like this onion effect. Once you like someone's post, the person that you like is seeing the person's post, and it's just like that. So forget about LinkedIn is not like Instagram. Forget about whether if you post, no one is going to like it. If you're delivering value, someone is going to like it. So if you start designing now and you start working on your case studies and all of that, your portfolio, and you're posting it, people would definitely like your designs, and that's more way to get traffic on your Behance or your portfolio, or get people to see your work. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account now, this is the right time for you to go and open one and start working on it. Though we're going to have a class on that very soon, either this week or next week. We're going to have a class on LinkedIn optimization and how to put yourself out there as a tech person. Also, how to write a tech CV and so many other things that you wouldn't want to miss out. So, try to tell people about this program. Try to tell your friends about it. Make sure they don't miss out. Make sure you're not the only one benefiting from this. And yeah, just that. So I was supposed to ask, sorry for taking us back again. Is there any suggestion? If you have a suggestion and you can't put it down here, you can always text us via email. We'll definitely see your email. You can always send us an email if you have any suggestion, any advice, or any question and you don't want to put it out here. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. It was nice having you in class today. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
very
thank you everyone for listening. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.